International Film Festival, The Hague.
My name is Regina Hofmanova. I'm from Prague, Czech Republic, and I represent Guest. I'm not only the director of Guest, I'm also the producer, writer, choreographer. Basically, it's a bit of an authorial feat. The concept of the film started actually during COVID, when I was working on a piece of dance theater. And I had two dancers. One was from Portugal and the other one was from Italy. And at that time I was living in London, which is a very multicultural, multifaceted society. And so we started playing with the idea of what the concept of hospitality means for every country or in every country, and of course, like we couldn't stage the dance piece or the theater piece in the end. And after that, I decided that I would develop it into this film project, because I was working on a slightly different film project then, but I thought, no, I've got this material, so why not just develop it into this film project? And it became a very quirky passion project involving several nationalities, of course with financial constraints, as always in independent cinema. But I am quite happy with the result, I have to say. And we had like a very, very small sort of skeleton cast and crew, and they really put in a lot of work, a lot of effort for without much funding, and that really touched me. And I think and I hope that the result is a reflection of it. You don't need too many people, but you need the people that are passionate about it, that are on board, that are on the same wavelength, who believe in the project, are willing to give their time and effort for something that they think is worthwhile. Independent cinema has got a lot of potential. Obviously, with all the new digital technologies, everyone is getting very savvy. The trouble is, you cannot produce things on a shoestring budget, even independent, like perpetually, because independent cinema is growing in quality. The standards are higher and higher. But of course, people, even when you say that something is a passion project, and if, for example, if you're working on a feature, that takes time. People need to get paid. They need to eat, just like basics. So I'm somehow worried that, for example, the big studios or the big producers, they focus a lot of the time on films that, for example, have some big names attached to them. And they somehow lose sight of the stories. Yeah, exactly. Or the fact that something is not straightforward. Something is not a straightforward genre. It's not just like a pure comedy, thriller, etc. And it doesn't have the big stars in it. So you could approach independent cinema from many, many angles. But I'm just hoping that it will gain more and more funding, also because it's just something that's necessary in the end. I'm a big advocate for different cultures. I think people will get along better if they just know each other's cultures a bit better. And it's simple. In fact, I think everyone likes good food, a good laugh, and just how hospitality is approached differently by different strands of people, by different cultures, is something that people should understand. So my film brings together people who speak different languages, come from different backgrounds, speak their own language, metaphorically and literally, but it also involves, it's it's a serious subject that's not treated in a non-serious way. I hope the film is uplifting, entertaining at the same time, contains some interesting bits of dancing. It contains dialogue as well in the languages of the protagonist, which was very important for me because I love listening to foreign languages. And it's a sort of quirky mixture that people have told me that they haven't really seen before. So I hope that it appeals to the local audience and that people will like it. Okay, so come and watch Guest. I hope you like it, and I can bet you won't forget it.